Welcome
Welcome
back.
back.
You got
Bro,
it. You got it. You
NSYNC.
got it.
Look at
No,
that.
no, you got it.
NSYNC.
You
We're
got it.
so
Yeah,
great. We're so
yeah.
great.
Tight, tight,
The
tight.
the chemistry's off the roof here, bro.
You got it, bro. You got it.
Welcome back to the ONJ YouTube channel.
Yes, sir.
This would be our what we like to call our very first ONJ off-season injury report special
There you go.
extravaganza. For some reason people are still getting injured even though it's the off season. Um,
What's that even mean?
huh? Some are valid, some aren't so valid.
Some are
Some are
valid.
valid. Some people getting injury during the off season is valid.
Some
Like
are valid.
the first person who we're about to talk about who's had a valid injury. Because for some reason he tried to guard LeBron when he was going 120 miles per hour down the court trying to dunk, and he was like, "Let me get in front of LeBron." None other
Oh.
than Jeremiah's favorite player in the whole league, Chet.
I'm gonna lie, to say injury is valid is crazy. Um, I mean, it's tough, Has such high hopes, He's definitely gonna be. I mean, even with the injury, like even with the injury and like before the injury, he was like gonna be like one of those cornerstones, like one of those building blocks for the future, that people think OKC's been allegedly tanking for, you know what I mean?
Yes, yes, you'll have.
Allegedly, allegedly. But it was tough. One thing I liked about just the occurrence is that like he didn't just like he's not afraid, you know what I mean? Like to go like he's literally a true like defensive like stopper, like true defensive shot blocker. Like he'll go up with any and everybody. Like he's not afraid to get dunked on. You know what I mean? What now
He
the
should have been
bad
afraid of LeBron.
what you say?
He should have been afraid of LeBron.
That's what I was gonna go to. Like the bad, like the other side of that is, you know what I mean? It's LeBron James, you know, a guy who's always in shape. He's just built of muscle, basically. And you're just getting into the league. I don't know what Gonzaga did with him, but I mean, he still looks like before he came in, summer, like that summer coming in. I mean, I guess I'm curious to see what his weight was beginning and end of freshman year. I mean, end of freshman year. But I mean, he still kind of looks the same to me, so I don't think he really gained that much. I think it was more so focused on basketball. But I mean, so for him to like not really gain that much muscle and still, go up for LeBron as a fan, it's like yes, I'm happy. Like you're not afraid. You wanna get that block. You want to get that stop for us. Then it's like, oh, you're putting your body on the line, and then stuff like what just happened. But the thing is, though, it was like a freak accident, though. Like it was just, his foot, like he just kind of sprained his foot. But it seemed like I don't think it was non-contact. Like LeBron like stepped on his foot or something. I think it was just, you know, just not getting the right landing, really, which still sucks.
Listen, if I see LeBron running at me with the speed and the muscle that that dude has, I am
Yeah,
running the opposite direction, bro. I am not risking anything
I
against
feel that.
LeBron.
I feel that. I feel that.
Especially if I just sign, if this is my, I'm about to walk into the league. You know how many other games I could have to guard LeBron? I ain't doing it in a pro AM game, bro.
It's facts.
You could, pay the money and I'll guard LeBron during the season.
Take the money. So it's like it's tough, but I mean, hopefully he gets better. I don't think he'll be out the whole season, but then
Yes.
again,
I mean, that's what they said.
then again, it makes sense though because it's not like the franchise is in a rush to you know get get him like back healthy like to make a playoff run. You know what I mean? So it makes sense to just sit him out for the whole season. But I wouldn't be surprised if he makes his debut like 20 games left or something, just to get some NBA, like some Victor Oladipo, like when Oladipo was out and he played like the last 10 games or something for the Pacers when he was out with injury. So maybe something like that. I could see happening. But I the one pro I could get from this is that he has time to get healthy. but not only like healthy as in like his foot, but like what I mean, muscle wise, conditioning, strength. For emphasis on the word strength, like strength and conditioning, for sure. He gets the opportunity to work on his body, gain some of that muscle. That I mean, it's not gonna happen like within this year, but just to start the process. You know what I mean?
I'll be honest, when you started saying there's one positive coming out of this, I thought you were gonna say you have a better chance to get Victor now.
Here we go. I'm trying to see like how that would work. Him and Chet. I mean, it could work, but that would just be like, just stick on stick. Like it wouldn't. I don't think that would help us. That would just, I think,
Mm,
prolong the
that's just for
our
you.
process even more.
Your development team better figure it out.
It should go to a team
Bec-
like that actually needs him, like Spurs or something like that.
Spurs, yep. I was about to say
Yeah,
Spurs.
I'd rather him go there than like we. It will be a luxury, but like we don't need it. You know what I mean?
So going back to you saying he might come back 20 games into the season, Woj said because of the injury to his right foot, they expect him to miss the whole entire season with it.
Right. Yeah, I think they're just saying that though, like just because of the severity of it. But I mean, not only this, like not really the severity, but because it's a foot injury. I don't know how like what kind of foot injury it is, but like me thinking like, have you sprained your foot before? Like,
Yeah.
right. So, and how long do you think it took you? Now, it's gonna sound crazy because we're comparing it to like some NBA players, but like, how long do you think it took you to heal that?
Bro, it was a minor injury. The shit healed quickly, bro.
Right.
It was nothing. It
So,
was nothing. Chet guarded LeBron, bro. Ain't no comparison to me spraining my foot to Chet trying to guard LeBron, bro. He's guarding a freak of nature, bro.
he got that dog in him. He got that dog in him. So, I mean, that's what I mean. Like,
The
I
the
think his
dog is now injured.
I think his foot will be healed like 20 games by then. But I think just for precautionary reasons, they're gonna, especially now, since he like kind of injured his foot in a pro-am game, they're gonna be like super, super cautious. So yeah. Now, I think you posed a question, but like, do you think the whole like I told you like with DeJounte last episode, how like he was, pushing for more players to play in the pro am leagues, and then now you have an influx of players just everywhere, like Dejounte, Darius Garland. I think Darius Garland's played in like 3 different leagues this summer. Uh, what I mean, you got just everybody, LeBron, Tatum, uh, just a whole bunch of guys, even your boy Paulo. So it's like, do you think that may kind of lighten up a little bit since with Paulo?
In terms of Paulo, I'm 100% sure the Magic are like, yeah, you ain't playing anymore, bro. I'm
Mm,
sorry. In terms of like in general, I think guys are still gonna play, maybe not as much as they've played this off season because of
right.
obviously what happened. What I feel like should happen is, for example, thinking back at that Jamal Crawford game,
Mm,
um, they were there for like what? I think they played 2 quarters and then
yep.
they had
And
to
then
stop the game.
because I forgot. I think yeah, the court
The
basically.
court,
Court
yeah, the
was
court wasn't good enough
it's
for the game.
interesting.
And then there was more people that wanted to enter the game compared to like what could be held there.
Right.
I feel like they should take these games and put it in a because I see Pro AM as like a low scale games. I feel like they should move it up to like a medium scale. Like put them into like a college arena. Throw them at whatever the UCF arena is that they play basketball and just throw them in there and have the games be in there. You get enough people in there, you get a really good court. And I think that would be a better use of if pro athletes are playing the game, that would be a better place to be at. Because I feel like Chet also didn't have room to land, and that's why what caused his injury.
I gotta watch that again. That you may be onto something with that. Huh. The thing about that though is I see what you mean, but then the only part about that is kind of it takes away from the purpose, the true purpose of pro am games, which is I forgot who said it. I don't know. It may have been DeJounte again. Well, yeah, DeJounte. His reason for saying more players need to play is because play, uh people can afford NBA tickets. You know what I mean? So like get to watch us for free, and more importantly, up close, like in an up close environment. So I think with the whole like college arena thing, that would kind of take away from the true purpose, I think, of pro-am games, which is, more so a community feel, to bring the community out, but then also like get like a up close, like just to be able to see them like close. Now, yes, that's gonna result in less people having seats, like because they haven't usually like in high school gyms. So it's gonna result in less people having seats. But I mean, more than likely, people that don't have the money to attend NBA games will get to see you for free up close. And I think that'll just kind of that more so. I think with the whole college arena thing, will more so like kind of commercialize it as like a more like NBA games and like college games. Then I think if they do that, I think they're probably gonna end up charging people too. I'm like 90% sure.
They should do it. The way I said I had it in my head, right? It will be like pro
Uh-huh.
AMs, and then you'll make another tier right above pro AM games. But for
Okay.
leave pro AM games
Mm-hmm.
how they are, but decrease the amount of NBA players that go to it in terms of like
Ah,
in game. You can't have three,
okay.
5 NBA players going into one game. That's just a complete disaster.
Wait, we need that, bro. We need like the people like yo. I mean, I'm not gonna speak on your pockets, but I can't afford NBA games like that. You know what I mean? Like and like
No,
I
no,
love
I agree, but I'm saying we should still make the tier up. I shouldn't say it should cost money.
yeah,
If it costs money, $5,
right.
whatever. Maximum $5 or
I
whatever.
guess. I guess
But
a little
just
Caesar
in an
so though.
arena where they could be better. They
Right.
could it's a better situation. High school players are like 6 feet or max. Like
That's a great point.
you have a guy who's 6 feet and he's the center of the high school team. You have
It's a
people
great,
here like Chet who's 7 feet playing in the high school gym. There's no space for him.
mm, it's a great point because I would say the because like high school games. I thought you were gonna go like with high school because like high school they charge high school game they charge for high school games. So like why not charge for a pro am game?
I always thought that
I
was
thought
stupid.
that's where you were gonna go.
No, I always thought that was stupid.
What?
Charging
To
high school
charge?
games. I
Yeah,
always thought that was stupid.
that was
Yes.
interesting.
Like I'm going to my own high school games and it was like, yeah, give us $10. Like, bro, I go here. I'm not giving you $10. Like
I gotta pay for like a PE game. I'm
exactly.
paying,
It makes no sense.
but yeah, like it's interesting though. Now the interesting like with the pro like with Miami Pro League to go off your point of college arenas. Now, they had it at Johnson and Wells University, which is a college, but the the gym itself is kind of like it's a slightly bigger high school, like not regular high school, but like not one of them expensive high schools, but like it's kind of a slightly bigger local high school gym. You know what I mean? So now that was a college gym, but it's not. I mean, they don't have the budget of like University of Miami and UCF and type things to have a bigger stadium. So I mean, that was and it was kind of a perfect setting because it was kind of like a high school gym in regarding like seat wise. So it's a lot like close. Now that may be bad, with the pandemic and everything, but but like just to everybody can like get a close up view of the players, just made it like that much special. And now, it could pose a safety precaution, because like last season, or was it last season or season 4, like where fans just were like wilding out, like just I mean, fans are
I think
always
it was the
wilding out.
season before.
It's probably season 4, like just fans were just going crazy, just attacking players and verbally abusing players. So having a setting of a high school gym can pose a threat to that. You know what I mean? Because it's just like you know, I mean, even with the security, like having like a fan could just run off the bleachers and onto the court. Like the distance between the court and the bleachers is not that much. But I mean, still, like the just to get a feel of an up and close view of an NBA player and how they play and how they do their moves and what makes them so successful. I mean, that's priceless.
I think adding on to that safety thing, I saw a video
Hmm.
of that the players when they're going to play these games, they don't necessarily have a specific their own way into the court. Like they enter where everybody else enters. So there was a video, I don't know if it was LeBron or someone else, that they were entering, and then the crowd was just on top of him. Like security couldn't get the crowd to like space out to let him enter the court properly.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a battle to get LeBron or whoever was into that court.
All right.
That's
Yeah.
another
I
safety
mean,
thing.
there was even like one where like the dude. I know you see the video on Twitter. Like the dude, LeBron was warming up, and then the dude tried to like clap him up or whatever. He was like, "Yo, like just chill, like get off the court. Like, why are you on the court?"
Yep.
So that like things like that could be problems. But I mean, fan, it's about if it's for what they say it's for, like which is the fans. Then I mean, ain't no reason to change it. Now maybe just beef up security, but now that'll be tough too because I
It's
mean,
free. They're not beefing up
yeah,
security.
that'll be
That
tough. Yeah,
security is the same security guard that tries to catch you skipping class. That's the same one trying to guard, make sure nobody gets to LeBron. Come on now.
hey, you.
Hey, 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 hey. You supposed to be in second period. What you doing?
That's crazy. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting though. But get better, chat. Speedy recovery. And I love Presti's statement. You know what I mean? Uh, as he should have though. Like, don't turn on him, but like, to be like, if you give me the option of, you know, this player, and then Chet sitting out a year, I won't even let you finish that statement. I'm like, that's that's crazy. Some deep words right there. No, true GM right there.
He always has great
But
relationships with the players, so I like that.
so it's important, very important. Who we got next
Next injury,
on our
and
injury?
injury. This was the one that I said it makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
Gary Harris suffered
Mm.
a torn meniscus in his left knee. No explanation how it happened. They just said it happened.
Are we talking like a John Wall possible
I don't. I don't. I
scenario
have no idea.
in the house? Happen in house?
Who knows? Who knows? They said nothing about it.
How you feel about it? Do you think this hurts y'all playing chances at all?
You know, I was like, this might be the one season where the
No, Miss.
Magic don't have an injury. But the universe just had to, screw us over once again, and we got injured.
Mm, true. Mister Fourth Seed,
You know,
according to
he has
Markel,
he
according to
has faith in
Markel
the team. I
Fultz.
like that. He has faith in the team.
According,
You know,
so
if you're
does
on the team, you believe you're always a playoff team no matter what. And he has faith on the team.
so does this ruin y'all chances of getting fourth seed? You think?
It's a minor setback. We might not be fourth, we'll probably be fifth seed, but it just happens like that.
Oh my gosh, yo, I don't. Fourth seed is crazy. Fourth seed is crazy. Like I don't care what you say. Sixers, Heat, Boston, Bucks, god dang,
My guy.
Nets.
I know you're gonna say you're a playoff team, bro. I know as soon as the season starts, you were gonna be like, "Don't worry, OKC, we're gonna be in the playoffs this season. Come on now."
We just talked about OKC last segment. All right, we talk about the Magic now. Can we like focus? Like, yo, what's up? Um, but yeah, it's gonna be. What I always wonder about y'all team is like, hold up. What I've always wondered about y'all team is who's like the number one option. Like, who would you consider was y'all number one option last year? Like, who was it in your opinion?
um,
Because I have a few options, but I'm curious to hear
it
yours.
was the rotating door of Cole, Flans, and Wendell. Whoever was on that night.
So now, do you think that y'all have a consistent? Okay, post draft, who's your number one option?
Ben Carroll.
Mm.
Just because I feel like he himself is a shot creator,
Right.
so it's easier to give him the ball and he creates his own shot.
So yeah, that's why I was interested. Cause like I was thinking about that like before we was gonna record and everything. I was like, yo, like last year, like did the Magic like really have a number one? It's like Wendell would have some sparks. Cole would, be on and off. France was, France. He was a rookie, but like he still shows some flashes. But I think like now, like y'all have a true like go-to guy, which is I think important. And then y'all have some very good complementary pieces. Cole, like you just said, a amazing shot. Could get a shot whenever he wants. Super explosive. And, Wendell's a very solid big. Um, it's gonna be interesting. And then France, I'm sure he's gonna be better this year. So I was wondering like who I was curious to see like if you were gonna give me one answer like you did with Paolo. Like I was curious.
No, 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 I couldn't. It was
I was
you would
curious
walk
like
into I would walk into a game and I'm like Cole's about to go off and then Cole didn't go off and then France was out here trying to bail us out and I'm like, oh, it's France. And then the next
oh
game,
man.
Wendell goes off and I'm like, okay, I guess I should just stop deciding who our first option is because we obviously don't have one.
Nah, for real. That's interesting. But yeah. Get better. Get better. Gary, that's very interesting with no context.
Very interesting.
Um, and he just got a big payday too.
He did.
So uh hopefully he gets better, I guess. You know what I mean? Any update on Isaacs? I feel like I ask that every episode, but like whenever we talk about the
He's on the
Magic, I feel
court.
like
He's on
I
the
feel like I
court.
have to
I
ask.
saw a video of him on
I,
the court.
hey, that's all I need to hear.
So
That's all I
that's a
need.
good sign.
That's all I need to hear then.
Yep.
Okay.
On the court
Healthy
practicing.
Isaacs. Are you starting him at the three? Well, no. Or are you bringing him off the bench? Now
He's
I say
coming off the
healthy.
bench.
This healthy Isaacs, and I mean
He's coming off the bench.
potential.
He's coming off the bench. He's
I
coming off
mean,
the bench. He's coming off the bench. He has to prove himself first,
I
and then
mean,
we'll
I
have that
mean,
conversation.
I mean, potential defensive player of the year, Isaacs,
He
versatile.
has he has to prove himself first, and then we'll talk about that conversation. And
You think he
honestly,
got?
at this point, doesn't matter. Put France as the shooting guard, Isaac at the three, Banchero at the
Mm,
four, and then Wendell at the five. Screw it.
you
We'll have the
right,
biggest lineup in the NBA. It doesn't matter, bro.
and
If
it
the Cavs
sucks.
could put Larry Markkinen at the small forward, France could be our shooting guard, bro.
I'm trying to think. Who was y'all starting two guard last year? I don't even
Gary
remember.
Harris.
Was it Gary?
Gary Harris.
Oh, was Gary?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought it was like mix of like Cole and I know it started off the year with Cole and Jalen, but then it kind of changed a little bit.
Yeah, when Jalen, it was either Cole and it was Cole and Suggs, and then Suggs got injured,
Right.
and then it was Cole and Gary Harris.
Gotcha. Okay. Cool. I bet. Yeah, but get better, Gary. Whatever happened, I hope it doesn't happen again.
I pray it doesn't happen again.
And
I
yeah.
pray this is our only injury.
I mean, you got to knock on wood after that. I mean, you
Did you
definitely.
hear
I
it?
mean,
Did you hear it?
it's, I heard it.
Well,
I
gotta
heard it.
make sure everybody heals it, you know?
I heard it. I heard it. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting though. Yeah, get well.
Get well soon.
And who we got next?
Danilo Gallinari, who just signed with the Celtics, apparently got injured as well.
Did you see it? Like, did you just see the picture of it?
I did
I
not. I actually did not look at the picture.
uh I would probably what's that warning? People give you like the NSFW warning,
Yeah,
whatever it
yeah.
is. Yeah.
Is
Like,
that bad?
yeah. I mean, it just looks it just looks nasty. Like it's like
Mm,
in regards to what was it? It was a meniscus, right? It was a
yep.
meniscus tear. Like you could actually see something wrong, like with his knee. Yeah, it was interesting, and it looked like he was playing on it too, so that was interesting. But that was just from the picture though. I don't know, like I gotta see a full clip to see like him actually getting injured and
They
if he
said
was
they
taken
said it
off
was a it was they said it was a non-contact injury, which was surprising to me.
right, which is very interesting. So it looked pretty bad though. I'm not even gonna like sugarcoat it. It looked pretty bad, but
Mm.
uh he's on Boston now, so I don't think they're they could use him actually. They could use him for sure, but I don't think they're gonna necessarily be too much in a rush to have him back. I think just what they have right now should hold them off to the playoffs. But if they could get him back, maybe with Chet, like I said, I think Chet's gonna come like with 20 games back left in the season. If like just for him to get some runs in and like get feel familiar like with his new teammates on the court, I think that would be good. But it looked pretty bad. I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, it
Um,
was, yeah.
yeah, send me that. I'm interested now to see it.
I will. Right after we're
Um,
done with this, I will.
what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, the Celtics. There's no rush to bring him back. Honestly, as long as he's there in the playoffs, I think he's more of a If I he's more of to solidify the bench,
Yeah,
provide that
for sure.
bench scoring, but also I think of it as he's there to, you want to have a deep bench in the regular season so that you don't wear down your star players.
Right.
So I think the only thing that's gonna hurt them is not now it's gonna be more minutes to their star players throughout the season until he's back. That's the
Which is
biggest blow.
could be bad. And they just played like a full off season. I mean, a full season last year, like including all through playoffs. You know what I mean? And
All the way to the
they
finals.
and they did not have an easy playoffs either. So
Yeah.
uh, it's gonna be interesting. But I would say I'm trying to think who are their like backup for front court like players. I'm trying to think because they don't have Ojale no more. Uh, I know they got Pritchard and Brogdon off the bench. I'm trying to figure out like who do they have like off like in regards to like front court depth. You
Grant
know what I mean?
Williams.
Oh yeah, Grant Williams. Dang, I totally forgot about Grant Williams.
That's the only one I could think of for
Yeah,
front court.
no, so it's solid. It's still solid. And then the backup center would probably be they signed. I feel like they signed one,
Did they?
or, or maybe not. Like to
I
Robert
don't
Williams. I
remember.
don't know.
I do not
But
remember.
I think that still be versatile. Still make to playoffs for sure. But speedy recovery to Gallo though for sure.
Yep, hope he gets back in time.
This has been our first ONJ injury report.
Off
Appreciate y'all
season.
off season injury report. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. You know, we like to engage in our comments and anything else.
Um, no, I don't have anything else. Thank you guys for
All right.
tuning in.
Appreciate y'all. We out.